After the success of the DVD of The Fast and Furious, which sold 6 million copies, I began thinking about what we could do for the DVD of XXX that would be new and different and take the DVD experience further to another level. What I came up with is a documentary about the making of XXX, and I engaged Todd Grossman and New Wave Entertainment to be on the set 82 of the 82 days that we shot. What I hope you get out of this documentary is not just my journey as the director, but that all films have their own journey, and once filmmakers embark on them, they're all very different. And in many ways, as I've found over the years, they are much the same. Personal thing for me, like everybody just grab hands. I just want to say that the appropriate response to what we have is gratitude. You know, gratitude for being able to do this art and craft and work that we love, and that we will rise to the occasion to make a wonderful, exciting, entertaining movie, and we'll do it safely, with humor and humanity, and with love for each other and respect for our audience. Let's have a little moment of personal thoughts and prayers. Okay, let's shoot. Okay. Yeah. One thing I learned last year is to shoot cars.
A large part of doing XXX was actually working with Rob Cohen again.
Shoot, don't rehearse. Action! Lois?
When you stumble across a great actor-director relationship, you are quick to kind of get back into that environment again.
We have this kind of symbiotic relationship where I know when Rob's doing his thing, it's fully taken care of, and Rob knows when I'm doing my thing, it's fully taken care of.
It was a little bonus that I added no abrasions on the left side.
Once we teach them in the Fast and Furious, they never forget. Okay, ready? And action! I wanted a challenge. That's what I've always looked for. When I read a screenplay, I want to know that the investment of time and money, of millions of hours of people's work, and of all my heart, soul, and imagination is going to be stretched into some new place, both for me and for the audience. Action! Right before the release of The Fast and Furious, I got a script from Joe Roth, Todd Garner, and Derek Douchy from Revolution Studios. It was Rich Wilkes' first draft of XXX, and I knew I had found my challenge.
These are the digital recording decks that we're mounting in the Corvette. We've got three lipstick cameras that are mounted in 3 positions, and so we've got onboard cameras to record each of the positions.
All that has to survive is that little baby right there. That's all we care about right there, that baby. Good luck.
You know, like the base jump off the Corvette we did with 18 cameras because I did not want to have to do that again. It was already a stunt that no one had ever attempted. It was very, very dangerous.
Oh, wow. Cool. Red flag goes away, and I start doing this. Albert, we're moments away. We're within 30 seconds.
Yeah, Lance, we're all set down here. Anytime you're ready to go to red flag, you let me know.
Okay, let's go.
Red flag is up.
passenger side down the floor.
What kind of action sports do I do personally? None, really. I sit on the couch and I watch other people do the dangerous things and enjoy my Tony Hawk video games and watching X Games. I'd love to be able to sky surf and kick people's ass, but I don't want to get hurt myself.
I think it's about time Hollywood really embraces these types of sports, you know, these sort of individual pursuits, and not just tries to exploit them as being crazy or ruthless. What we do is very calculated, and we've been doing it a long, long time.
There's nothing much to be said here except that it all starts with the written word.
That's clever.
When I read the script, there was only one name that came to my mind, which was Vin Diesel. Vinny is a unique actor. He has a cluster of characteristics that you just don't find. And I like to refer to XXX as the all-American anti-hero. He's a man of great skills, and those skills come to the attention of Mr. Samuel L. Jackson and the National Security Agency.
Well done, Mr. Cage.
The diner scene is important, and it did come under attack. Those wanted to cut the budget. The thing about the diner scene is you see everything that Xander sees as he sees it. Then he gets to the drug farm, and it's a whole other thing. It was a way to test Xander under battle conditions to see what he would do. I have a theory to front load the first act with action. Today, people are really into immediate gratification. They've come to a movie, and they don't want 30 minutes waiting. We spent 2 weeks of freezing nights in Lake Piru, California, near Magic Mountain, and we fought every night to get off as many setups as we could. As I learned, the enemy was the dawn.
We're going to make an adjustment. He'll be a little higher.
The first ship's going to be the Vulcan Cannon, which is the shark of the helicopters.
Great. Okay, that's the starting point, that's the path, that's the ground hits. Let's move this Vista Vision.
Guys, clear this area, please. Clear the area. Action!
The first time through, for some inexplicable reason, the expedition did not blow up, so we had to re-rig all the ground squibs and all the mortars. Everything had to be reloaded for take 2. Look at this, look at this shot. Look at that shot. Jesus Christ.
Fantastic job. I got 10 great shots, great action. Thank you.
Great. Just feel really good about that. He was supposed to be like an envelope going through the mail slot. This is the 7th night of shooting, and we are beginning the big jumps, the big motocross freestyle jumps. I wanted to do motocross freestyle, which is one of the X Games sports. That wouldn't make any sense unless there was an obstacle, like do a tabletop right through an electrified barbed wire fence.
Something very fascinating about playing Xander Cage was that I'd have to do 3 months of preparation and training. I'm a thrill seeker myself to some degree, and I just completely enjoyed that process. I'd never been on a motocross bike before in my life, and On the first day I'm doing jumps, I trained with the best motocross experts to have the opportunity to go off and do those things, and to have the opportunity to do them under the supervision of the best is a great opportunity.
That's our 183rd setup on this sequence alone. Real hero shot is Vin and the helicopter together with the bullets going off. This is very dangerous what we're doing. Letting our star do a stunt of this magnitude. We're doing about 17 different things tonight, one take of everything. When we came to the jump over the drug lab, we're really talking about a stunt that had never been attempted and was, in fact, extremely dangerous. For any reason you don't feel right, beer, don't do it, right? No matter what. No matter what. We got more film than we got purple. We got everything. All the stunt charges. Sounds good to me. Okay, yes, all right, good. I have a real belief that computer-generated effects are beginning to take some of the thrill out of movies. As exciting as they can be, there's a sense that it was not real, and here, with 13 cameras, we were going to do this for real.
See all the red wiring, all the red wiring and all the little black tape marks that are blown out against the same piece of pyros.
There's the dawn, there's the enemy. The enemy rising. The culprit. We have to get this before that becomes day over there.
This is where the power is. It's filled with gas, and then it's got primer cord laced around it. It's a really heavy-duty, like a mining explosive kind of a thing.
Not off the Vulcan. I keep saying this. It can't be off the Vulcan. He's never been there in time. I'm just going off of what I'm told. All right, I'm telling you. All right, I'm telling you it should be conveyed, and I want it clear. I'm going to shut this all down.
So will any of the barn be left standing?
No. You don't get a take two on these.
We're going to try and pull this off here in the next half hour. It's going to get light.
It's hovering, then whip over to the buildings and catch the explosion. And Rob says he really means whip, like really whip pan over to the building.
5 helicopters, 8 explosions, no waiting.
All right, pictures up. There we go. Ready, and action!
God, he just made it.
Dailies were great today. Tabletop, 2 thumbs up. Back away there, BMX man.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah! Today is December 19th. We're on schedule. We've done some fairly explosive stuff. Vin has been embraced by the X Games world. The movie's sort of been endorsed by our X Games gold medalists who are busy inventing a new X Games sport called Hit the Rock with a Rock. We're 3 days from finishing what we have to do before we reconvene in Prague for a whole other side of this movie. Glamorous and dangerous and very romantic, you know. So, but for now, it's all about getting your rocks off.
Prague is absolutely stunning. Prague is a beautiful place.
I'm Rob Cohen. I'm the director of the movie. So first I want to say Dobry Dan to all our Czech crew that we're meeting. I'm looking forward to getting to know everybody and everybody's name.
The Czech Republic and the people in it are among the finest comrades I've ever had in the world. And in a world of homogeneity and McDonald's and, you know, Gap and mini malls, a city like Prague today is among the 2 or 3 most beautiful cities in the world. Using Prague for Prague, not Prague to be London or Prague because of cheap sets, but Prague because the story took place in Prague, was such a joy, visually and spiritually. The Old Town Square, the heart of Prague, was our first real Czech location. We shot in 20 below zero, and I'm still thawing out even as I speak. For the Rammstein concert sequence, we found an abandoned church 2 hours outside of Prague. Through the snow, every day we'd trudge out there and set up in this 400-year-old building.
I'm Rob Cohen. I'm the director of the movie. We're going to get a private concert tonight. Act like you would. Move, dance, enjoy yourselves. We'll tell you a little bit about what we'll need you to do from time to time, but let's have a good time these next 2 days, and we'll make a really great scene.
Next to Vin Diesel and Samuel L. Jackson, which was a pairing made in heaven, the next most important part is the villain. Heroes or anti-heroes are defined by the villain. So you need the strongest villain possible to have the strongest hero possible, to play Yorgi, to play Yelena. And we have the whole world to pick from.
It's the beginning of the movie, and it's my first day of shooting. And we've been working for 24 hours.
Rana and I had read 500 girls in 7 countries. Ozzy started to do the first scene, and I gave her the part that day.
We have great actors in this film. The talent across the board is something to be proud of.
You're all right, Yorgi. Everything's all right with enough vodka. You must come to party tonight. Big party at one of my clubs.
Yeah?
I thought the Orbital brothers would be great because they're very successful in Europe. We took over this crazy location where they test mega electricity, and it imparted a genuine atmosphere to the scenes because this was Orbital playing an original Orbital piece for XXX.
The nicest gift I had from this movie and the nicest memory I will keep is really observing Rob. He's been giving me many cinema lessons. In Europe, we don't get to do movies to shoot with 16 cameras. I'll tell you that. It's quite amazing.
We're chilling here at a club where I meet Anarchy 99. We're listening to Orbital. I can't complain because we're checking the gate.
We're in a little town called Vranov, about 2.5 hours outside of Prague, and it's a palace that's owned by Yorgi, the head of a Russian mafia gang. And so this is his getaway. This is where our hero Vin Diesel comes and becomes friends enough that he can infiltrate the gang. We've got 3 units shooting 24 hours a day, so it's a very busy schedule. But we're halfway through, and we're doing pretty well, knock on wood, and we'll get through it.
And action, Jerry.
That's not your average high fall where guy goes clear falls in an airbag. That was sort of bouncing on the way down. It was fiberglass, and it does give a bit. It's definitely something I'm glad we're done with. In one take.
You're XXx.
You're the care package?
That's right. Agent Shavers. Agent Totally Shavers. I'm a comedian by trade. That's how I got here. Like yesterday, I came in dressed in drag and walked around the set, and I was Pachinka.
You're such a freak already.
God gave me this body. I'm gonna use it to make money.
You never know when some freak villain's just gonna pop out and all right.
What are you gonna do? You get a transvestite comedian playing a gadget freak working for the National Security Agency. But I might point out that J. Edgar Hoover was a cross-dresser, so it's more truth than fiction.
The Ahab launch room workshop area was obviously quite an important part of Yorgi's world. Sort of was a continuity between the Vranov Castle location, the tunnels down to the workshop, and then the workshop itself being a sort of a period interior.
It's sensational. It's breathtaking. Even without the cameras, without the film crew, to see this construction is breathtaking.
Did I christen this ship Ahab?
That was brilliant. Captured on film as well.
I feel like I'm a pirate for sure.
Very good.
Worked, huh? Worked once. When we got through with the location part, we moved into the massive sets that Gavin had constructed on the Still King soundstage, most notably the Ahab Lab, the launch bay, the NSA headquarters, tunnel sections, the library, even the Russian constructivist statue in which Kirill hid. Ahab was actually towed by a complex wire system, so there was no wake. It was towed into a green screen backing where the exterior river would eventually be composited. Here in the final scene, you can see a completely convincing effect of Ahab going out into the world. Won't get better than that.
Good job, Schwami, guys. Good job.
Let's hear it. Yeah, very nice.
Black powder bomb, about a 3 ounce. It's commonly known as a lifter. You know, for lifting debris, breakaway glass, cork, ball fluid, newspapers, things like that.
I'm sure that someone someday will count the number of explosions, bullet hits, rock and roll gantries, wire effects, mechanical special effects that are in XXx. And when they do, they will owe it to the expertise of John Fraser and Jim Schwam. Jim Schwam, who was with us on a daily basis, and a man who I frequently put to the ultimate test.
We'll roll the cameras, and you'll do a 3, 2, 1 on the bullhorn.
That'll give everybody their cue to start pulling, and then the explosion will continue on through.
What I'm trying to get is that this is a shocking experience that the audience was not expecting.
Yes. There's going to be a lot of materials in the air.
I want this on videotape beforehand. Todd?
Yes.
I have only one question. Is this going to be one of your finest moments?
It's going to be one of our finest moments.
Very nice.
To rethink the choreography of the post-explosion. That's what I think. Yeah. Dean's extraordinary. I mean, he's like the perfect cinematographer. He's like really accommodating. Brilliant, talented, fun, works with an amazing crew.
180 mil. Probably back where you were.
180, chair. We think alike. We have a mind meld. Best collaborator I ever had. I'm a lucky man. When you have Semler on the front of a film and Chris Levinson, the editor, on the back of the film, you look really good. So all you film students, try to hire this man on your first picture. Get this man to shoot your first movie, and you'll have a career. If you don't get this man to shoot your first movie, you're on your own. Dean is an artist, and like all artists, his soul comes through what he does. He has a generosity of spirit that results in a crew that will kill for him. He knows when to be relaxed, and he knows once in a while when to tense everything up to keep it sharp.
Roughly being bridge guys up top, something like that.
This is our storyboard. This is the sophisticated way. In the big Hollywood movies, we figure everything out. Shooting a climax on a hydrofoiling submarine was a new set of challenges for me. The first solution was how to get the thing going 60 to 80 miles an hour, and that solution came from Ransom Walrod, our marine coordinator. He stuck a cigarette boat, like a sled, underneath the Ahab, and that got it through the water at the proper speed, and we removed that sled later through digital effects. Coordinating the car, the cameras, and Ahab out in the river was one of the tricky feats of the film. Because you got three moving elements. It's like trying to thread three moving needles, and I think that's probably 9 times as difficult as one. But, you know, day after day, we did it.
You said there was an ejectable roof.
Yeah, right here.
Hit it.
I used 500 stuntmen in this film, and all but one came home without a scratch. One didn't come home at all. In one of the simplest stunts in the picture, Harry O'Connor died. It was exactly this kind of thing that I was praying we would avoid. We'll all miss you, Harry.
We are here on the Vltava River in Prague. It's raining, the weather's against us, yet we press on.
If you had a sunny scene going and now it's pouring rain, you either have to wait it out or you have to compromise the consistency, and sometimes you can get away with that. I just say you've got to play the hand you're dealt.
Well, the last couple of days has been extremely unpredictable. 1 minute, half the town is in complete bright sunshine and the other half is blacked out by snow. So you never know what you're going to expect from 1 minute to the next.
I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Oh, it might be too low. Come on, come on, come on.
Here we are on another sunny day in Prague.
There it is. There's the sun. There's the orb.
Robbie, we gotta go again.
What? Let's hear it for Ben. Here today, it was snowing, it was windy, it was raining, it was cloudy, it was sunny, it was raining, it was snowy. So you got vast experience that can be made out of a truly terrible day. world-famous Charles Bridge is the exact geographical center of Prague, and therefore the perfect place to bring all the strands of the story and all the characters together to make the climax of the film.
All right, oh, you've never met.
It was difficult to make frontal angle shots on the Charles Bridge from the water, so I had Gavin construct a small section of the bridge on the back lot at Still King. Film is an illusion, and all in all, I believe this illusion came together quite well.
Action!
I promised Xander you could go to America. I'm a man of my word.
Well, it doesn't make much difference now, does it? Xander!
Bora.
It was frustrating, but all in all, the weather gods were reasonable with us, and we got it made, and we came in on schedule and on budget. And I would take the hand I was dealt on that movie every time.
Now, we want to come to our right a little more. It's over this way.
In 1990, while trying to push Dragon the Bruce Lee story into production, I took a brief vacation in a magical place called Bora Bora. I never forgot its incredible lushness, the beauty of its aquamarine water, and the loveliness of its climate. For the last scene of the film, I only had one camera, and I put it at the bottom of the South Pacific Ocean, pointing at the glaring sky. And that would be the final, what I thought beautiful shot of the film.
Ready and dive.
Here I am in the island of Kona, Hawaii. We just finished our shoot in Bora Bora. Principal photography is officially wrapped. The editing room, visual effects, music, sound effects design, dub all lie ahead. I did over 2,000 shots on this film. I got into the editing room Christmas Eve day. The fact is that we basically had 5 weeks to cut the film, to show it to the studio. To pull that off, I needed only the world's best editor, and that's Chris Lebenzon. The guy is an action maestro, knows how to take film, and no matter what I dreamt of when I was shooting it, he would take that dream and amp it to another level. He'd make the material work harder. He would use more of it in more imaginative ways. I saw the first cut that he and Paul Rubel did. I just hugged and kissed them both, because it was like, okay, we're going to be okay. To put this film in a fine cut in 5 weeks, only masters can do that. Even though pre-production and the set are very exciting, the real movie making happens in post-production. After the shoot is completed, there are so many other elements that come to play which lift the film to the level you, the viewer, gets to see. Have you tried the PFX? Sound effects can make or break a sequence, especially in an action scene or an action film. So with my collaborators, Bruce Stambler, Mike Casper, and Dan Leahy, we attacked the soundtrack with the same zeal that Dean and I attacked each day on the set. Here's an example of how a scene plays without sound effects: the avalanche. And with 20-hour days and 10,000 sound effect tracks running, here's how a scene takes on a whole new life. After editing the cut and rhythm of the film, nothing is more important in the post-production process than the music. The composer for this film was Randy Edelman. Randy and I have done so many movies together.
Let's just hear it first with the horns.
I needed themes. I wanted the score to carry and expand the scope of the picture. Let's kick some ass. Let's put some music for explosions to happen by. Randy and I spent countless hours poring over the picture.
That wonderful horn fanfare-like thing.
Yeah.
That's what you hear.
Yeah, but not on the cut. We want to put some weight into it as it develops because it's the introduction of our hero. I didn't want it just to be, the kind of music that is very popular in movies. I want the music of the 2000s. Hey, maestro. Very good, very good. Randy really delivered for me and for the movie. He created heroic themes for XXX.
Escalate. Everybody else is holding the game.
Joe Roth, music supervisor Kathy Nelson, and I all wanted a XXX theme song, and I wanted to put it over my Cyber Psycho credits at the end of the film. So Kathy reached out for Glenn Ballard, and Glenn Ballard reached out for Gavin Rossdale of Bush.
That last take was excellent. I mean, we're keeping everything.
The first step of the process to me was to be with Rob Cohen and to find out what his vision of the movie was, and I saw a lot of what he had already shot, and it had such a visceral impact. It was so energetic and yet focused.
And it can be a little more orchestral right there. I mean, at a certain
what
point,
I was saying.
We could morph it into something that's
if you could
really
ramp
kind of
it up.
hauntingly.
Yeah. Came and gave me a hug. He said, I know exactly what to do. And he went and he wrote a song about the interior state of Xander's mind, of Vin Diesel's character's mind, and he made it an ode to adrenaline.
I know, that's too long. I mean, maybe it's just... How long is that section before the vocal comes in?
It's like
4 bars?
It's 4 bars, and then we got 4 bars with the vocal, and then it goes, lay down and die.
I saw the trailer of the film, heard about the movie, and so just worked on the song with Glenn, just, jumped right in. Well, he was doing a little beat, and then he was going 4 on the floor, so the vocal.
So maybe he just, ramps up to it a little bit.
The record has turned out to be a very exciting part. And it got me to get off and direct a musical thing, which I have never done. Play a little more this side. In other words, you've been playing this way. Play a little more looking that way.
What's really good about him and refreshing is it's all about music, He wants the music up in the film. Rob's all about, what dialogue? Turn the fucking music up.
I wanted a challenge. That's what I've always looked for, whether movies have been successful or unsuccessful. My heart, soul, and imagination is going to be stretched into some new place. It's fun for me every day. I don't care if I'm on a stage. I don't care if I'm in a location. I don't care if I'm on a set on a location. I just love making movies. I love it.